enough. What do I feel about the new Redstone experiments and so on? I was actually waiting to make this video solely because I was thinking that the developer note about Quasi Connectivity was meaning that they're going to be doing more updates to this sooner rather than later. Hasn't happened yet. Also, because they've said that this is not necessarily targeting a single update, I would say we need to take these experiments with a grain of salt, similar to the combat updates, which also haven't joined in. Overall, I think that the Redstone experiments are actually good for the game. I think it will improve the quality of the game by increasing overall performance and increasing the overall predictability of machines to where people don't have to open up the F3 menu and say, oh, this is going facing this direction. That means that I need to pay attention to these things, right? I really do not like that type of mechanic. I think that anytime you have to pull open F3 to make sure a machine works properly, I think that that is a fundamentally broken component. As a matter of fact, I think Mojang needs to add a way to where you can see your coordinates in the world without opening the F3 screen. And this should really only be used for when you are debugging something, if you're trying to work on a data pack or something like that, because that is 100% more of a dev tool. The other side is that this will increase the overall game's performance by reducing the number of updates. There was a video I was watching, and I can't remember who it was from, but essentially he had unlocked all the dev tools for Mojang, and they had a tool that would show them block updates in a specific way, and Redstone does a lot of block updates very rapidly. And so by reducing the number of those, overall Redstone machines can perform better, we would have less lag, things like that. That also ties into this predictability. Mostly, the update treats the update order with a back, front, then left, then right. Finally, it goes down, then up. And that's the direction for all updates. If, for example, you had something where things were being powered at the same exact time, in the same exact tick, and it couldn't determine where those are, then it still would be random, unlike it is today. I think that the update order shouldn't really go in the way they have it right now. I would suggest going back, right, forward, left, because that I feel is way more intuitive. And then for the up down side, because this does apply to blocks, so stuff like torches, or if, for example, I had a redstone dust here, then that would also receive an update. I think that order should be up then down, not down then up. So one of the biggest concerns is that this will cause a lot of the more complex Minecraft machines to break, because many of them do take advantage of the current system where it depends on the north, south, east, west design. This being said, it will also make more machines more capable overall. So I feel like that's a valid trade-off. And that's the thing with Redstone updates. I feel like anytime Mojang is going to try to update Redstone or try to improve performance, we have to understand that these updates will always come with a trade-off of some kind. So we have to take those and voice our opinion. And Mojang does want us to share our feedback on this, and I think that's maybe as well why they don't have this tied to a specific update yet. Overall, I think that this is a quality change. But there are two really ugly parts, right? I have good, I have bad, and then there's the ugly. And the ugly is, first off, this may never come. Truthfully, this may be another combat update concept where we'll be sitting down 5 years from now and be like, man, I wonder when they're gonna send it. I wonder when they're gonna send it. I wonder when no, we're not gonna know. We're not gonna know it. Kind of sucks, but might be true. Ultimately, I'm not too concerned about that, because they are a little bit more consistent and it is in the experiments. So we'll see after 1.20, 1.2 comes out, if they do continue going forward. The other thing is I don't think Quasi Connectivity is going to leave unscathed. Although the developers want to ensure that the changes that they're making to how the update mechanics work does not affect the overall game, I also think that there's no way that Quasi Connectivity doesn't change in some way. It may be that you have to be a little bit more targeted in how you use it, which could be useful again. And I think that no matter how that changes, it will make the mechanics more useful, but it will still definitely damage the overall endpoint for quasi connectivity. Heck, this maybe is a good time to introduce a block that intentionally causes quasi connectivity, meaning that now we have to pick and choose it. Tell me in the comments, what's your take on this, on the experiments? Do you think that they're even going to continue with these experiments? Because maybe they won't. I have a video about how I was right about my predictions for the latest Minecraft Live. But without further ado, this is Native Light signing out, and God bless y'all.